Derry songbird Mairead currently touring the world with Celtic Woman, preparing to release her debut solo album Songbook very, very soon. And this is the new release from herself and Damien McGinty. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is Let the River Run Deep. All over, all goosebumpy with that song, don't you? Let the River Run from Mairead Carlin and Damien McGinty. Mairead is in studio with me. Mairead, tell me about that song and about meeting Damien and how it all came about.
That song is a very funny story actually, because I was studying at Trinity College of Music in London. I was studying a classical degree, and I met the wonderful man who's sitting here beside me, Frank Gallagher, while I was there, and he kind of took me under his wing. And Let the River Run was actually one of the songs that we recorded on my first ever demo, and it was one of the reasons why I got signed to Decca Records in the UK. And we were just finished our last take of that song, and we turned on the TV in London. And that was the day that Derry was announced as the UK City of Culture. Wow. Which is, you know, just, it was so bizarre, because then the theme of the year was Sons and Daughters, which is a line in the song, so it almost seemed like fate. Yeah. And I hadn't actually met Damien until we decided to collaborate on the song at the Sons and Daughters concert, and we just really hit it off, and he's such a nice guy and a real gentleman. So yeah, it's been amazing.
And that was a big event for you, that Sons and Daughters concert, because I remember hearing your voice and thinking, wow, because Derry has given us so many fantastic performers over the years, and then you just think there's a whole new generation there just waiting to break through, yourself included. What was it, look, thinking back, that's a year ago now, so what was that experience like, and what has the last year been like for you?
That particular night, that particular day, the whole thing really was one of the best moments of my life, really, if I'm being honest. I think it kind of really hit home when we were all backstage, and it was Paul Brady, Snow Patrol, Neil Hannon, and we were all sitting there, and actually Snow Patrol were on stage and everyone was backstage and we were all singing their song. And we all had our arms around each other, and I think that's the beautiful thing about being from Derry. You know, it's a sense of camaraderie. You know, we all stick together, and it is such a musical place, and I feel so proud to come from there.
Oh, well, everyone did over the last year. It was just a fantastic year, the City of Culture, and even watching the video for the Let the River Run as well. It's, you know, it's a tourist board ad for the city, and it's just it's fantastic and so well done. But tell me about you and music, because music is in your blood.
It really is. I mean, my dad was a bass player. He played in a show band, and my sister was a fiddle player, and my granny was a singer. So it's always kind of been something that I've been around. And funnily enough, I was listening to Ruth McGinley earlier, and I have such vivid memories of, because I used to learn with Ruth's mum. So I remember her, you know, growing up and listening to her and being inspired by all these people that were around me. And it was only, I was 16 and I won the BBC Talent competition, and it kind of went from there. I went to London and did an opera, and I got the bug for it. And so I moved when I was 18, and just it all kind of you know, travelled.
You've got such a beautiful clarity in your voice. You know, I heard you warming up earlier in sound check, and it's just absolutely superb. When you were younger, you know, you call yourself a folk singer, but obviously you've trained your voice and you've studied music as well. Is that the route you always wanted to go down?
It's funny because I got my place at the conservatory to study classical music, and it wasn't, I love classical music, I love opera, but it wasn't something that I intended to do. I went because I got the place and I knew that I wanted to sing, but I always wanted to sing folk music. I just didn't know how, or how I could make a career of it. And it was only when I met Frank that I realised, wow, okay, well, this is a possibility. And you know, the music that I grew up singing is something that I can do as a career, and I can enjoy myself as a singer and be the person that I wanted to be, because I really struggled with that. I struggled with the idea that I was learning all these classical techniques, and I resisted because I wanted to sing in a natural way.
Yes, because that's always the danger, isn't it? Because your voice can get too trained if you go down that route as well.
Yeah, it can. And, you know, for certain people that suits them.
Yes.
But I always felt like it wasn't me. I felt like I was trying to be something that I wasn't. And I always think, you know, you should sing from the soul, and whatever way that comes out, that's who you are. And I just felt like that wasn't me.
Well, speaking of being you and putting your stamp on the world of music, your debut solo album is almost ready for release very shortly.
Almost, yes. The date just hasn't been kind of put out there yet, but yes, it's all ready.
And
to
you've
go.
covered a song of Paul Brady's on this album, so your folk roots are in there very much so.
Oh yeah, I'm a big Paul fan.
Who isn't?
He's an incredible musician. And you know, that's the thing, I grew up listening to people like Paul, and you know, I really respect them, and to be able to do, you know, a song of his is such a great honour. And you know, when I met him and I played him the song and he liked it, so that, you know, to be able to do that is one of the most amazing things that you could possibly do as a musician, you know.
And for a debut solo album as well, you've been working with Paul Brady, or you have formed a friendship with him, and also Carly Simon. How did this happen? How did this wonderful friendship take place?
She's an incredible woman, and when we recorded Let the River Run, we sent it to her just in the off. We actually sent it to her manager in the off chance, you know, that they would kind of hear it and like it, because out of you know, respect, you want the artist that you've recorded the song of, you want them to hear it, and for them to, you know, kind of, I guess, endorse it, which she has done. And she kind of took it under her wing, and she invited Damien and I over to LA to perform at an Oceana event. So yeah, we sang Let the River Run and You're So Vain with her, which was incredible. I
would say so. But Carly Simon, you're now working along with her. She's endorsing the album as well.
Yeah, she's kind of come on board, and she's taken the song under her wing, and when she heard the song, she said it brought her to tears. So that, you know, that's amazing. So yeah, she's been a good friend.
Well, we've heard so much about your singing and so much about how you are making an impression on so many other people. Now it's time to make an impression on the BBC Radio Ulster audience, Mairead.
I'll try.
You're going to perform for us now in studio.
Indeed, yes, the wonderful Fergal Murray here.
What are you going to sing for us?
Going to sing a song that I sung actually at the Sons and Daughters concert, which is Scarlet Ribbons.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is Mairead Carlin live in studio.
Oh,
Take it
thank
away.
I peeked in to say goodnight, and then I heard my child in prayer, and for me some scarlet ribbons, scarlet ribbons for my hair. Oh, the stores were closed and shuttered. Oh, the streets were dark and bare. In our town, no scarlet ribbons, scarlet ribbons for her hair. Through the night, my heart was aching. Just before the dawn was breaking, I peeked in, and on her bed in gay profusion, lying there, lovely ribbons, scarlet ribbons, scarlet ribbons for her hair. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. If I live to be 100, I will never know from where came those lovely scarlet ribbons, scarlet ribbons for her hair. Scarlet ribbons for her
Absolutely magical. Oh, that was something else to experience that in studio. Mairead Carlin there, absolutely gorgeous. So you've done so much already, but lots more to come. You've a fabulous future ahead of you. But I should have mentioned, we're building up to the rugby this afternoon. It's at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Ireland's taking on Wales in the Six Nations. And last year you sang before the England-Ireland Rugby International.
I did, yeah. That was an incredible experience. 80,000 people in Twickenham. And I had the great privilege of singing the Irish anthem, which was, you know, one of the best honours that I could ever have had. So
that must have been something else. So I'm sure you just well up every time you see the start of a rugby match as well. So you've done so much, Mairead. I wish you every success. Thanks so much for being with us in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
And let us know when the album's out. You have to come in and see us again.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Mairead Carlin there. And now we'll take some music.